What's up? First of all, I want to give full and total credit to the Find My Figures Instagram page over here on Instagram. They are putting up fantastic images and linking in websites where you can get figures, and an awful lot of figures that they've put up there that aren't by the big companies have been hugely appreciated by me, because I've been able to support independent retailers and independent lines because of this Instagram page. And a massive shout out goes to Articulated Ninja for pointing me in this direction. He does his weekly news videos based off of the images that are here on Instagram, and he is linked in with Find My Figures. So I hope they don't mind that I'm doing a video showing off these images that they've taken. So I really appreciate that. First off, Valecon 2023. What's that? Well, it's actually Joefest 2023, and that is something to celebrate G.I. Joe. But a lot of people feel, myself included, that Hasbro have dropped the ball when it comes to G.I. Joe and an awful lot of their other products that are under their umbrella. So, as a result, independent companies have become successful, well liked, and are actually listening to customers. So that's why this event has been affectionately renamed and is now known as Valecon, because Valaverse have become a very popular brand. You've also got other brands that are there, other independent retailers and independent companies like Sparrow Toys, Ideas from Mars, I think Savage Crucible are there, and these are all lines that I'm very excited about. The Animal Warriors of the Kingdom line is phenomenal, and the Valaverse line so far from what I've gotten in hand is excellent also. Very good quality, and the man who makes it, Bobby Vala, is listening to customers. So first of all, let's just point out the obvious. Here you have the Vanguard. Now this is, as you can see, a big vehicle that is scaled for 6-inch figures. This can hold in and around 10 figures, depending on if you stick a few on the roof or on the bonnet, I suppose, whichever way you look at that. But all jokes aside, this is a massive vehicle. What you have seen in the last couple of years is Hasbro, a multi-billion-dollar company, put out vehicles and various other things that could absolutely be on store shelves. But what they've decided to do is they've asked for it to be crowdfunded. So you have to wait over a year for that to happen. Well, you've had a recent opportunity to get the Dragonfly, which is looking okay, for over $270. What's Bobby Vala looking for this vehicle that comes with a driver and a number of different effects? He's looking at between $175 and $190. That's amazing. It blows the HISS tank out of the water. It blows pretty much every single HasLab out of the water, considering what you're looking at here. Now, I am not affiliated with Valaverse, and I've bought a couple of the products that I really like, and I'm looking forward to the reissues of some of the figures that I missed out on initially, like Bone Collector and Kirak. Looking forward to those, and I'm looking forward to some of the stuff that was revealed here, I can tell you that, because the only way that this company is going is up. So as you can see, the Vanguard here is coming in at an amazing price, and you can see a number of the figures that we will see with some of the images that have been posted here. You've got Condor, a glow-in-the-dark swarm figure. I love that. Glow-in-the-dark absolutely speaks to me. A PowerCon exclusive swarm horde. You've got a desert steel brigade. You've got now a camouflaged duster. You've got an Arctic trooper. So this is an Arctic steel brigade, which I think looks great. You've got an Arctic trooper that comes with a white ghillie suit. And as you can see here, you've got a camouflage ghillie suit and an Arctic trooper that's over here. This is astounding stuff. And as a matter of fact, Valaverse said at their panel that their prices are actually coming down. So in the age that we're living in now, where you've got companies making excuses to squeeze you out of as much money as possible, Valaverse is actually bringing the prices down, because he said his minimum order quantity has grown and he's passing that cost saving on to the customer. That is awesome to see. Absolutely fantastic. So as you can see here, you have got the ghillie suit along with the figure. It looks really good. I'm very excited about that. A lot of people will have a great time with action figure photography. This is what comes with your figure here. As you can see, a vest, you've got alternate heads, you've got belts, you've got hands, you've got weapons, you've got helmets. Like, this is packed to the max. And to be fair to them, these figures look really good. They articulate very well. As I said, I've got a couple of the figures and I really like them. They move really well. And the accessories that come with them, these aren't coming with just two bog standard hands. They're coming with multiple pairs of hands. This is phenomenal looking. This is an Arctic Steel Brigade. Now, I know Bobby Valla was saying, well, I didn't really want to get in to the Arctic versions of these characters, but you've got me on board 100% with something like this, and you've got an awful lot of other people on board with these sort of things, because people look at this and say this could fit in a lot of different places in their collections. Moving on, I mean, look at that for a setup. That's phenomenal. The fact that someone has gotten the Arctic Trooper into a ghillie suit and has put it there, and from a distance you wouldn't even know that there's a figure there, it goes to show you how good that this series is. That looks absolutely phenomenal. Now, this was one of the highlights for me, because I'll be honest with you, and it's the same thing with Animal Warriors of the Kingdom and Savage Crucible, and of course then Defenders of Eden. If you have something that has a different colour set than most other things, it immediately draws my eye to it. Now, nothing draws my eye more than Glow in the Dark. I really like Glow in the Dark. One of the favourite predators that I have in my collection from NECA is actually a Glow in the Dark predator, and one of the favourite weapon sets that I have in my collection are the Spiro Animal Warriors of the Kingdom Radiation set that glows in the dark. They are phenomenal. This looks absolutely unbelievable, and I am delighted to see this. I'm all over this, and the fact that it comes with two alternate heads, the army builders that are out there like myself are going to be very impressed with that, and I'm looking forward to getting that in hand. That's a great base figure anyway. You've got a Desert Condor. This is one of the most popular characters in the line. This is basically the main character, and a character that recently Bobby Valla has put out there with, I should say, maybe a Hawaiian short, we should say. Maybe you might say different, but very reminiscent of James Bond from Casino Royale. And I think with this character Condor, there are a lot of elements that are quite similar to Bond, which I do like. Moving on here, you're going to see, obviously, you've got the Swarm Horde. This is phenomenal. This is going to be a PowerCon exclusive, so I hope that this is going to be obtainable for people that are not at that con. I know that there's some figures that are going to be released from that through the likes of Big Bad Toy Store, for example. The Tanger figure from Animal Warriors of the Kingdom looks like he's going up there, so I wonder if this will go up there too. This looks absolutely wonderful. As far as I know, I think it is. You've got the Desert Steel Brigade. That looks phenomenal also. I think that looks really cool. The Steel Brigade for me really speak to me, because when you give me a helmeted character, the potential for it is unlimited, because you can name them any sort of character, you can customize them any way you want, you can put alternate heads on them. Bobby has said before that some of the Hasbro heads seem to allegedly, speculatively work with this line. So I've seen a number of people that have taken base figures like these and have put the Star-Lord head onto these bodies, so the Chris Pratt head onto these bodies, and have made their own James Reese from the Terminal List. Now, I really like that, and you know that I'm going to do that too. But this is a fantastic showing from Valaverse, and they have knocked it out of the park. They have also shown that they're going to involve themselves with Legend of the White Dragon. So that is Jason David Frank's final performance, and he is playing a character called Eric Reed. That, I have to be honest with you, as a Power Rangers fan, was something that I didn't expect, and the fact of the matter was that was something that was very emotional for a lot of people, particularly in the Power Rangers fandom, because nobody thought they were ever going to get a figure of the White Dragon and the Eric Reed character that JDF had been posting about for a very long time. So to see that happen, and to see Bobby step out of the military sort of side of things, was really good to see, and only good things are going to come from that, because I believe other companies should be looking in at that, and I would love to see a multitude of different lines be made by Valaverse. Like, I would love to see Mortal Kombat be made by Valaverse. I think they do a bang up job with that. I think they do a phenomenal job with that, and there's lots of other ones that are out there that could possibly be up for play in the next couple of years. So starting with Legend of the White Dragon, I think, is a good one, and obviously what you're seeing here with these guys, I'm hyped for this. This is a phenomenal showing, and this Valacon 2023, as it has become affectionately known, has been really good for fan groups, and it has been really good now for people like myself and others to go back and say, well, hang on here for a second, this billion-dollar corporation in Hasbro asking for a crowd fund for a vehicle is nonsensical, when this guy is putting out a van like this for $175 to $190. It's easy. Now you look at this here, this is Kirak and this is Bone Collector. These are two characters that are very popular and are coming in the reissue line for Valaverse. And look at them. They just speak. There's an awful lot of character to this line, and that's the most important thing. There's character to this line, there's innovation to this line. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do next. I'm very much so looking forward to the Praetorian. That is something that I am hyped about. So let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads. Check out the links posted in the description down below to support the channel. Make sure you're following Find My Figures over here on Instagram. Make sure you're following the 3POA podcast. Make sure you're following Articulated Ninja. These guys are all linked and they are putting out and they are talking about and they are listening to fan feedback. That is the most important thing, and I'm highly hyped for this line going forward. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you later. Good luck.